Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. One moment, you guys. Okay, let's get a look at. Oh, we have to look at Invest 98L. Welcome back, Weather Kingdom. Welcome. We just started, you guys. Alright, things are okay. Things are looking like they're about to pop. According to satellite. Look at that. That is. We also need to look at this. Okay, thank you. Just one moment. I'm getting everything set up. Okay, welcome. Wow, very impressive. We are waiting for people to join. That's Hurricane Erin is forming quickly. How close will it get? Alright, so there it is, you guys. I did change some things up for this morning. I didn't get time to do a new whole entire thumbnail. I was gonna try to, but you guys, I really just couldn't. I didn't have the time because I wanted to get it going with you guys right there. But we are going to be taking a look at the satellite imagery, the National Hurricane Center, and some of the models and some of the forecasts. So clearly, you see this well pronounced this morning. It's a 50, but we are easily seeing development as we are speaking. We got insane cloud. I mean, actually, let's go into the clouds here. This is a very small but very mighty storm. This is probably going to start forming a eye wall in the next couple hours. I wouldn't even be surprised. This has a lot of banding features, and this has a lot of work. Okay. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Okay. We are getting the clouds and satellite popped up. Okay, so there it is on this beautiful satellite, and clearly we got some things going on here. We got a beautiful CDO that is developing in this storm. I mean, look, we got this. Oh, come on. Why is it doing this? Look at this storm. It's a very compact, small, but mighty storm that's going to be producing quite a bit. We got bands actually developing within this. We got a band out here, number one. We got another band coming in there. You can tell by the convection. We got another blow up of convection coming in on the southern side. A second one right there. You got another one right here. This is what's being talked about right now, is the first real banding feature starting to show on Erin here in the morning. that tells us it is starting to get into an atmosphere that's better organized, and I do think throughout today we will be seeing some pretty good organizing. We also see a beautiful CDO here, and this is a blob of convection with very high top cold clouds, and that's a big thing when we are talking about this. The environment is slowly but surely improving on Erin as of this morning. It's still a 50, but I do expect some changes to happen throughout today. We take a look at, let's just take a look right back at the IR satellite, and look at that beauty. We are talking about a perfect CDO right here in the center. Let's mark this up right here. Look at that. We're talking about a perfect CDO. Where that yellow is. Look at these banding features. We got a very nice pronounced banding feature there. We got another one coming back in here. We got even a third one right there. Another one. We got all these banding features starting to develop on this storm, and that tells me it is starting to wrap into better conditions, and that's very important. Once again, we are only at 16 degrees north. This storm has not moved north. We have not started seeing that movement to the north. Honestly, we have continued to see that movement to the west, when honestly this should have been starting to make that turn last night according to the models when we looked at it. But something to really keep an eye out on as we keep going in the next couple days. Once again, you can tell here, this is honestly moving in the west here. I don't see any improvement past 17. Once you start seeing us go past 17, yeah, then you know it's starting to make that turn. But we are still in the low 16 here. Honestly, just crumbling from here to still about here. We are not making any progress to the north, and that's getting a little concerning. And if tonight we stream and this is still going west or just starting to make its turn, that will mean some serious talk, because that will really push us a lot further to the west. So another thing is, let's take a look at the National Hurricane Center, and we're going to take actually a look at their discussion as a 5 a.m. You guys, satellite imagery shows that Erin continues to produce an area of deep thunderstorm convection, with the center estimated to be just northeastern side of the convection shield. There has not been a lot of change since the previous advisory. This was around like 5 in the morning. Now we're starting to deal with the banding features. They said there has been no recent microwave imagery access on the overall structure also. However, the TAFB noted a slight increase in curvature banding. This was around 5, so now with us showing more curvature banding, it's definitely a bit stronger. Okay, we have 11 people watching. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. We are at 4 likes. Let's get to 10 likes. We are actually at 5 likes. We are 332 subscribers. Let's get to 340. I know we can do it, but let's keep going here. The latest data that is steady around 45 knots, and ejected satellite estimate, the UW-CIMSS range from 39 to 51 knots. With a satellite consensus of 46 knots. Using the blend of these intensity, they are held at 45 for this advisory. Looks like we are very close on an uptick. Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised that the 8 o'clock does update this. The overall environment around Erin is conducive now for gradual strengthening for the next day or so. Therefore, the system is forecasted to move across even warmer waters in the GFS and EC SHIPS guidance suggests a decrease in the shear. This increasingly a favorable environment could result in a period of rapid intensification. They talked about that yesterday, which especially forecast between 24 to 48 hours. Wind shear is slightly to increase later this week, and although sea surface temperatures will remain around 29 with favorable divergence aloft, most of the intensity guidance continues to show strengthening at this time frame, just a steady rate, with Erin forecasted to become a major hurricane by day 3. The National Hurricane Center intensity forecast is similar to the previous and lies closest to the HCCA correct of the consensus. Alright, we're still talking, we're still going, let's keep it going. So there are some models such as the FSSC, and despite a higher intensity by the end of the forecast period than the current national hurricane forecast, there continue to be a confidence that Erin will be a large and powerful hurricane over the southwestern Atlantic. This stuff is pretty much the same thing. I'm not really going to go over it. Pretty much same thing as yesterday. They've kept it at a 125 system, and they do think in the next 2 days this will become a category 1. I honestly say this could become a category 1 hurricane tonight. Now I want to take a look at the graphics. So we take a look at the cone here. We're going to look at this one. I like to look at this. So once again, we are expecting that west-northwest movement. And then I think we got a little bit closer, but we are still quite far from the islands. I do think we are going to probably track more on this blue line. I honestly say this is going a lot more west than the National Hurricane Center is expecting. And then they have to turn even less now. So something to watch. They have not done too much on their advisory. Just little nudges there and there. Something to really keep an eye on. Justin Wilson, according to the National Hurricane Center, Erin should be moving now west-northwest right now. It is not moving west-northwest, you guys. Justin, let's take a look at that. I want to show you guys. Look, so this is Erin. Look, movement west. It says only it only shows west at 17 miles an hour now. So we actually gone up just a little bit in speed again. We are only moving west. And if you did west, I don't want to just go right into it, but if you just did west, west is getting close. Look, that's right parallel just south of Puerto Rico. I'm not saying we're going to end up going almost 55 degrees west, and this is not that, because if that's the case, that would be some significant issues, as if it starts making that west-northwest, that could actually skin the islands, barely go to Puerto Rico, and actually impact the Bahamas. That is a possibility, as we're going to have hurricane hunters going in it later. So there's that. So it's probably outside of the cone. Speaking of that, I actually wanted to show you, what's this? Oh, sorry about that. Yes, it's probably outside of the cone. I want to take a look here. Zoom Earth. We're going to take a look at the Zoom Earth, because then we can actually kind of see and everything. Okay. We currently got about 15 people watching. That's pretty good, so it's probably outside the cone. Yes, it is. Thank you, guys. We have hit 5 likes. We are now at 6 likes. Let's make it even further. We're going to try and do this in the next at least 30 minutes or so. Keeping an eye on this beauty of a storm. It's not a beauty, actually. Okay, interesting. So, it looks like it might be south of the cone. I would say, in my honest opinion, if we look at the mesoscale, we're looking for that biggest deep thunderstorm convection, you guys. That's what we are looking for. Probably somewhere in here in that deep thunderstorm convection. So if we take a look at that, it's honestly it would make it be right here. That's where what I think where it's at right now. It's actually probably right on the cusp of being outside of the cone. I don't think it's not up here because that's not right. I think it's more like in that deep thunderstorm convection that was confirmed yesterday. If that's the case, they're gonna have to once again track this a little bit further, and I think they're gonna be nudging this forecast as we keep going throughout the day. Very intense cloud tops. Definitely trying to form up here. Any more questions? Like Justin Wilson, anyone in the chat can leave any questions or concerns here. Let's try and get more people here. I know it's early in the morning. We're at about 10 to 15 people watching. We're doing alright. Look at that. Yep, you can definitely tell that's a CDO. That's right there. It is definitely trying to strengthen. Something to keep an eye out on. GEFS, why not? Let's look at the 6Z GFS. We're going to take a look at some of the ensembles. Why not? Just for the fun of it. Crap. I knew it. Alright. Okay, so from last Z, it was, okay, let's do this. So, this was last run right here, and the 6Z run is right here. We continue to go west, more west than the previous in each model run. That's very important. That's very big. Something that's getting concerning because if this continues, we'll be in trouble. So we go into the next 12 hours. It's supposed to start making that turn, but if we go back from 0Z, it started making that turn up here. This run, we're right here. So a little bit more west on the latest GFS ensembles. We go 24 hours out. We are right here with the track guidance. And then we are from 0Z, we're all the way back here. So definitely a little bit more west. Let's go 48 hours. Let's start jumping in days. Six Z's right here. Look at that. A little bit more west. Let's go 96 hours out, and yeah. Oh wow, look how, I want to take a look at the full thing here. $210. This was 0Z. This is 6Z only goes out 144. Let's compare it. Yeah, look at that. The track guidance from 0Z to 6Z has moved a lot closer. Let's actually take a look at that. Look at that. Now we got some ensembles showing almost a major hurricane impacting the Bahamas now. So the ensembles continue to move closer and closer to the United States, especially towards a bit more of Florida. This is the ensembles. Well, they go west, northwest, and then west again. Any models have it curving right now is wrong, so yeah, you're not good. Hey, it's really not. I mean, we take a look at, this is the morning run here. We take a look at 0Z, it was further away. We didn't actually have any ensembles making a landfall in the Bahamas. We go back to 18Z yesterday, it was even further away. And then we go into 6Z today, we have a lot more. This track right here with these ensembles would bring hurricane impacts across to the Bahamas as of this morning. Just all those ensembles are already wrong. That's crazy thing because they all have it moving northwest right now. Yep. That's why I think we should continue to watch this. Big time. I'm gonna actually stay on here and watch this sucker. That is crazy. Look how much more. Wow, that's crazy. I don't know about the European ensembles. I never got to look at it. Zero Z models ain't even. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait. The 6Z's not out. That's Wednesday. We are Thursday, so no. Sorry about that. I thought the Euro was out. We have 26 people watching right now. Let's keep that going up. We're doing good. Oh, come on. Okay. I guess we're just gonna have to let it be. Let's take a look at that beautiful satellite again. We're gonna keep taking a look at models. I'm just trying to give it some time to fix itself. It's definitely getting better organized. That's one thing I know. Oh, we're at hour 50. 150. See, I just had to. Wow, look at that. A lot more, you guys. Let's look at 0Z. Boom. Look at that. 6Z. A lot closer. That's pretty intense there. Very small and compact storm. That's going to help it to strengthen. Let's actually take a look at the hurricane models on Erin. We also have Invest 98L that looks like it could try and develop and get underneath the hood. Will Florida be in trouble, Chris? I won't say Florida will be in trouble just yet, but if trends continue throughout tonight, and when the hurricane hunters go in, that'll give us more information if any impacts will be into Florida, but pay attention. That's what I'll say right now. The latest HRF model has it more south in 45 hours from now. It's much more south here. Look at that. We see the islands. Look at that. Boom. We are much closer with the HRF here. Hurricane conditions. Potential. These islands right here where I'm circling. Tropical storm impacts. Probably tropical storm watches and warnings. And this could continue to shift. And then look, we continue to see that at least some banding. And this will be strengthening. We get some reds, purples. That will be bringing bands into the islands and very high surf. How about the East Coast? 100% Michael. No, it is not Michael. I'll keep heading. It's creeping south and west. Is this true? It's moving, yes, west. It's trending west. That's the bad thing. We have 26 people watching. We are crushing it already. We have 7 likes. Let's get 3 more. Justin William is, if anyone asks questions, you can kind of try and answer them. Look at that. We take a look at last run to this run. We are much closer and it's stronger. More of a buzzsaw. This kind of reminds me like a Dorian. Buzzsaws. Very interesting that the HRF is going this aggressive. And it's further to the islands here. Look at that. Look at that buzzsaw of a hurricane. That's Puerto Rico, you guys. I want you guys to take a look at where it's at right now. What's very important about it. This is... it doesn't show it right now, but it does show it becoming a nice buzzsaw like it is now already. With that banding, circles around, then you get that perfect eye, and look at that beauty. That's a nasty hurricane, but look at that. Right near the Puerto Rico islands right here. Very close here. Yes, that's actually a very true statement. Even if it goes out to sea, it's still going to bring major impacts now to the Bahamas. You are very right. We have almost 30 people watching. Let's keep it going. We're doing good. Satellite imagery on the HRF looks pretty crazy. Look at that. 961. That's crazy. Let's take a look at another hurricane model, the Hemin. Oh, wow. Okay. Bad news. Closer to the islands on the Hemin, too. We see a hurricane develop. I would say probably by tonight, in my opinion. But we do see the islands here. Once again, look. I want you to take a look. This is a different hurricane model. We start seeing these islands popping up here. And this is much stronger than the HRF. We're already almost we're at a strong category 2 here. And then we see this just north of the islands of that. You can see the islands right where my cursor is. And then actually, you can see Puerto Rico also. Because if we take a look at the last run, you did not really see Puerto Rico. In this run, we're more further west. And we are probably entering almost Category 4 strength. Good news is this storm is very small, but any closer track with the hurricane models, we will keep bringing more and more impacts into the islands. Then you can see it continues to rapidly organize into a full-blown Cat 4. At this point, it's a Cat 4 going to Category 5 on the Hemin. Oh, 66 hours, and look at that. We are entering almost strong Category 3 now. On the HERF in the next 66 hours, we're entering strong Category 3. And you can actually see the entire island of Puerto Rico. Look at that. Look at that buzzsaw, though. That's a buzzsaw for days. We haven't even looked at the halves. Let's go in blind. Actually keeps it weaker, but has it more south. So trend this morning on the hurricane models closer, and you can actually see some impacts here into the northern islands, even Puerto Rico. Once again, let's mark them up. Just in the corner of your screen, you guys. If this keeps moving west, we'll have even more of a concern. Will the storm grow in size or stay? It will grow in size. Thank you. I really appreciate you helping out. Look at that, and then it rapidly strengthens, and look at that, we are very close on this because we actually can see the Dominican Republic. Right in the corner of your screen right here where I'm circling, you can see the Dominican Republic and Cuba. Not Cuba, Dominican Republic. And this is at a strong Cat 4. Look at that. You get very close with this one. You actually can see the Bahamas. The Bahamas on this run on the halves. You see some impacts to the Bahamas now. We're only 99 hours out. Let's take a look at. That's only 69 hours out. Haven't any update. You're at 9 likes. Let's get up to 10 likes. That'll be very lovely. Let's also get up to 340 subscribers. That's another goal. Yeah, I agree with you guys in the chat. I've been watching. I'm just trying to get through everything before we go chat mode talk. Look at that half B. see the island completely. Much closer, bring some impacts. There's the Bahamas. This will be a category 5. We will have a better where this is going once the hurricane hunters come into this storm. Once they give us more information. Thank you guys. We have hit 10 likes. That's awesome. Let's look back at the GFS. Wow. Some of these are alarming. We are getting very close to these islands in Florida here on the ensembles. Look at that. We get into this track right here. Much more of a shift. Let's take a latest look at the satellite imagery while we're waiting on some of the hurricane models to keep running. It's definitely trying to form here because I'm starting to notice a... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. That's something we're going to have to watch. Look at that. Just quickly. You know how this is heading right into here? And then we got this band right here. I'm noticing not just a banding feature down here, but right where the center is, I'm noticing some, like an infrared, like an eye wall band trying to develop here. That's very interesting with that deep thunderstorm convection. That could work. Small storms can rapidly organize and rapidly weaken. They're much more at risk of the environmental impacts. HMON, we have gotten close. Wow, okay. Look at that HERF. That's a nasty looking hurricane. Okay, thank you, Justin. National is waiting to confirm from the recon. I wouldn't be surprised they go 60 to even 70 by 2 p.m. or 5 p.m. update. I won't be able to stream, and Pat's, I think, is streaming tonight, so I'll be streaming tonight with Pat. So everybody, let's keep Pat's path predictor in mind. That's not out yet. Let's take a look at Zoom Earth. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Low pressure somewhere over here, I would say. We have to wait until the CDO gets a little bit better. I can see it on Zoom Earth more. Oh, we finished a full run here, and look at that. Look at that halves A, though. Whoa, look at that. We actually start heading west on the halves. This is a Cat 5. If the halves A is right, it's a Category 5. Hurricane bringing impacts to the Bahamas. Yeah. It's hard to tell, Justin. It's hard to tell. Wow. Look at the halves B. It's honestly heading westward. Probably a few eyewall replacements also. You can see that on the models. We had 33 current watching. Let's keep it going up. Okay. Let's take a look. Oh my god. Sorry, you guys. What's another model? Can we take a look? Euro's not out. The guidance is out. Oh no, that's 6Z. We don't got 12Z yet. But look, that's interesting. Ouch. The guidance. This is that original guidance over here. And that, look. Hey, does anyone see that? Actually, let's zoom in there. Does anyone see that? That's the newest guidance that's going to come out of. Look. This black dot is the original path, right? We take a look at the newest line. Look at that. Right there, look. I want you guys to comment down in the chat if you guys see that. Look at the track of it. The beginning starting point. That's actually pretty crazy. That means all this guidance is going to have to readjust west. That means that we will probably get closer to the Bahamas on the latest guidance. That's something to keep an eye out on. It's south of Puerto Rico at this line, so what would be concerned if we get 55 degrees west and we are barely making anything above a 17. That means if we get to here and this is where the plot is, we are most likely going to have we're going to have direct impacts, actually. And we'll probably have guidance like this. I can see that by the time I stream later. Oh, wow. It could move more west than that. That could bring a landfall. Closer to the islands. Yeah, you could tell. This is it. We have not moved so much. We are just right on 16. We need to get more like, if we could get more like up here. But honestly, that has not been the case. We can also take a look at Invest 98L. I just want to... actually, let's do that quickly while we have a moment. Invest 98L. I don't think it's really... It only has a 20%. Yeah, it's just an open wave right now. I don't see really anything there. Hurricane models, why not? There it is. No, they're not liking it. Yeah, Invest 98L won't form, you guys. And then watch it forms. That'll be funny. I'm not confident Invest 98L forms. What I'm not confident is the track. I think this is going to be even more west than the National Hurricane Center says. They're being conservative because they think this is going to... Oh, wow. Honestly, that's worrying some. I'm very interested in what's going to happen when the planes come out into this in the environment. We could see that westward movement continue. That's interesting. Definitely looks like a core is trying to build up even more. I'm starting to notice a lot of moving hot towers. We're at 333 subscribers. Let's get 2 more, you guys. I don't have work until 11. We can see what I can do. I know I have to go and get something. I have to get more icy hot for the arm. That's a CVS. I can see if I can stream. I can try and stream right before work. I can try. I pulled that out of the card. Icon actually moved a little bit away from the coast, and I don't blame why. 12Z, I think, is going to push back, honestly. I think the Icon's been on to something. Still shows very close impacts. It actually brings impacts way into the Bahamas, regardless. And it has it barely moving, and then it has it rapidly strengthening. So that's right then and there. Euro. Ooh, 6Z might be out. Okay. Little bit wet. Okay, interesting. Anything new? Let me go check the Discord and make sure nothing's new. It's not gearing up for our recon's in 12 hours. Oh, so that means recon's going to be late tonight. Oh, we're going to have recon when we're on Path Predictor stream. That's going to be lovely. Recon at that time will be nice. What am I on? What am I on? Yeah, look at that. Tonight's data is going to be very important, and 12Z and stuff. Wow, look how far west this goes, you guys. This will bring major hurricane impacts into the Bahamas with it riding this close. Also the half speed. They're at their full 126. Closer to the Bahamas out of the halves model. HMON. Let's look. About the same. HERF. Closer. Yeah, HERF is closer. But it's not even fully out yet. Oh, the GFS ensembles. Some of these now make an impact into, one makes into Florida, two in South Carolina, and one in North Carolina, the Outer Banks. When you start seeing the ensembles move that far, look at that. Last run had 0. Just keep your heads up. This is like 25 minutes delayed. on Zoom Earth. We're going to be taking a look at satellite, and now I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to take a shower, then kind of go to CVS and... Oh, wow. That's definitely trying to develop an eye wall. Oh, we're at 14 lights. Let's get one more for 15. Thank you, thank you. It's definitely south of the cone. Yeah, I know. This is definitely strengthening. Oh, wow. You can actually tell where the center is a little bit now. You see that banding right there? You got a little bit of a hot tower band on the southern side. You also got a band right here. Another band right there trying to develop. And another band right there. So center is... Generally, the center is about there. Let's see if I can up... Oh, 8 a.m. is... Oh, wait, that's way south of the cone. Wait, I don't know. This is as of 8 a.m. I mean, it's still moving west. You could kind of see that banding curvature right there. It's probably... The center's probably, like, right here, just south of the cone, yeah. It might be. Depends how the... In the middle of that deep thunderstorm convection. That could be also. That could be. Wow, look at that. Latest model of the HERF. And wow. Much closer to the Bahamas. I think I'm going to end this, you guys, that I can get everything else done. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please share with your friends and family. We are once again trying to get to 500 subscribers. We have made it to 15 likes. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the people that helped me in the chat today. We'll try and do another stream right before I leave. I have work in about 3 hours. So we'll see what I can do. Thank you and have a good night.